With an update on tension between stars and more, this is Pro Wrestling Central. My name is John and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Touching on a potential member of the Bloodline making his NXT debut, WrestleVote said this on Sportskeeda WrestleBinge. I see HIKULEO'S showing up on NXT in May or June. When he does, expect a big push. They like this guy. He's big, he's tall, he knows what he's doing. And he's got a strong family background. I expect a big push when he shows up. Ringside News added that Fightful Select previously reported that HIKULEO has been listed on WWE's internal roster for months. When people in WWE's creative team were asked about him, it was noted that they were made aware he was signed, but he wasn't factored into creative plans upon his being signed. For a recap and update on the tension between Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton, Ringside News noted that the WWE Universe was already talking after Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton's fiery promo on SmackDown, but now the full Backstage story is out, and it confirms just how chaotic things got in real time. According to Fightful Select, the general feeling among WWE talent and staff was that Charlotte Flair was the one who went off script first. Her Nepo Queen line wasn't cleared, but it didn't stir up much heat either. Things took a turn though when Flair started mocking Stratton's voice mid-segment. That's when people backstage felt like Stratton needed to fight back, but insiders admit her response may have crossed a line. The now viral 0-3 jab about Flair's marriages, not approved. Same goes for Charlotte's infamous "Is that why Kaiser's in my DMs?" comment. None of that was in the original script. In fact, Charlotte's entire bit, where she turned to the crowd to address their reaction, wasn't pre-approved either, but that part was seen as run-of-the-mill ad-libbing that would never get anyone any heat. But once the insults got personal, producers were quickly told to clean things up. WWE's digital team received direct orders to remove all the relationship references and Flair mocking Stratton's voice from the YouTube uploads. Meanwhile, the USA Network version still carries the uncut exchange. Backstage, the reaction to the whole thing was summed up in one word: wreck. There was heat on both women, Flair for instigating it and Stratton for firing back too hard. One person said there was some confusion when Charlotte emulated Tiffany's voice and an overwhelming "osh" when things went off the rails. Still, despite the chaos, there was no reported drama once everyone got backstage. No arguments, no blow-ups, just a shared sense that the segment went too far. And while things got serious for a moment, many at WWE Raw apparently got a laugh out of Ludwig Kaiser being a good sport about the whole DM drama. Staying on the topic, former WWE star Candice Michelle talked about the segment and real-life issues between Flair and Stratton, telling 10 Count Media, "Yeah, I mean, it can, but the truth is, it's kind of a genius move. It really brings out the fire in you. It brings out a side that isn't choreographed or planned. These two women are incredible athletes, and when it all comes down to it, the performance means more than anything. But when you add real emotion on top of that, that's when you get those incredible moments, those times where you really connect with them. So many people in the world go through stuff like that. Wrestling is about connection and showing how you get through tough moments. Watching these women on the biggest stage fight for something deeper than just the match, it's kind of brilliant. I love it." Also, Jim Cornette said this regarding the segment on SmackDown with Stratton and Flair, noting on his drive-thru podcast, "I don't know what ill will there is between these two women, but the reason this whole thing went sideways and off the rails was because Charlotte let the crowd get to her. She made it obvious, and that threw off what they were trying to do. Meanwhile, here comes Charlotte, and the crowd doesn't like her. They're in Chicago, not Charlotte, and the people started booing her, just like they do with Dominic, just like they do when they randomly decide. This time, they decided decided they like Tiffany, so now they don't like Charlotte and they boo the hell out of her. But she made it clear that it was bothering her. She was trying to do her part, saying things like Tiffany wanted a moment, or asking if she had done any charity work lately. She was trying to talk down to the rookie. In this program, you heard the guys in the last segment keep going even when the people were booing, because it's stuff that needs to be said. Sure, you can milk it, but the issue was Charlotte started reacting to the crowd more than staying in the moment. She let them slow her down. Worse, they saw they were getting to her, and that only made them go harder. Here's something I've noticed lately. Someone will start a sentence, the crowd reacts or boos, and they stop and milk it, but then go back and start the same sentence again. That shows it wasn't natural, it was scripted, and when the crowd sees that, they know they've thrown you off, and they'll do it more. Charlotte should know better by now. She's been around long enough to handle being booed during promos. God damn it, enjoy it. Do you think Flair would have stopped when he was yelling at Dusty and the crowd was hot? Hell no. He would have just thrown in a line like, "Shut up, fat boy, my shoes cost more than your house," and kept going. Providing an update on her health after suffering an ankle injury on AEW Collision in July, Sky Blue said this at a virtual signing for KNS WrestleFest. "I'm trying to make my way back to the ring. Healing an ankle is not easy, and especially when it's completely disconnected from your leg, but hopefully soon. Getting better and better every day. I wish I knew, brother." Blue responded to another question about when she's returning, "But I'm trying. I can walk. That is a plus. I remember when I couldn't do that and I was butt scooting up my stairs. Oh, that was the worst. It was funny." When it comes to the possibility of Saraya returning to WWE after departing AEW, WrestleVote said this during a Q&A session on Sportskeeda WrestleBinge. "Nothing in the short term, but I'd imagine that once we get to Evolution come July, there's a decent shot she's a part of that, if she's free and clear, which it seems like she is. I'd imagine by the summer she'll be back. I don't know if it'll be full-time, part-time, or just a one-time appearance, but I'd say come Evolution, she's got a good shot at being there." Saraya previously said this to WrestleZone regarding a WWE comeback. "People think I'm going back to WWE or whatever, because there's this huge rumor mill happening right now, but I haven't spoken to them, at least not right now. I haven't spoken to them. That's something that with this year, I kind of want to get all my business and stuff, deals out of the way, like under my name and all that kind of stuff. I'm also focusing on my podcast, acting, all that kind of stuff too. I wouldn't want it to affect my brand, and I feel like WWE now is being more open and receptive to people doing outside stuff. They would be understanding at this point and kind of let me do my thing." And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.